Hello again, wrestling fans. It's time for another episode of POW Pro Wrestling. He's Mr. Ooh La La. I'm Brian Zane, and Powder Keg, we are going on a field trip this week. We're going to the ballpark, PK Park to be precise, for the first ever Basebrawl event in Eugene, Oregon. POW Pro Wrestling spent the evening recently after a ball game for the Eugene Emeralds, the minor league baseball team here, having a great showing, and we had 600 folks, Mister, stay after the show to watch us in action. It was a great night.
A little bit more, but the concourse was just packed with people. There was the smell of peasant food in the air. There was beer spilled. There was blood spilled. It was an incredible evening, and we'll get to the details henceforth.
It was certainly a base brawl, to be sure. From bell to bell, from pillar to post, it was a great evening, and we're going to show you some highlights for the next several weeks here on POW, beginning with this opening matchup, women's division action, as the debuting Bambi Hall takes on the 90s Kid Murphy Madsen. That match is happening right now.
I'm here with Murphy Madsen, who in their first match here at POW Pro Wrestling came up just a little bit short in that triple threat. Murph, what have you been doing since then to prepare for your next battle here?
See, here's the thing. I was a little bit shaken, but I went back and I watched it over and over again, and I decided, man, I got in my own head. I was scared. So I started watching Goosebumps and Don't Look Under the Bed, and I knew that I was no longer going to be scared. I'm really excited for this opportunity today, you know?
Yeah. And today, Murphy faces the debuting Bambi Hall. Murph, what have you been doing to prepare for this match?
Well, I have faced her before. It wasn't pretty, but this time in this beautiful venue, in this stadium, I'm ready to knock it out of the park. I think it's going to be really sick.
That match is coming up next.
And your team was walking back there with tears coming down their eyes, just like you know it's true, okay? Pardon me? Pardon me? I thought baseball was an American sport, but it looks like hockey and baseball is a Canadian sport, okay?
Well, how about that, fellas? Murphy Madsen makes her return to POW Pro Wrestling, and she brought with her the mascot for the Eugene Emeralds, our buddy here, Sluggo, guys.
Your buddy.
Your buddy, yeah. Well, I mean, he's everyone's buddy, don't you think?
Everybody's buddies.
Matter of fact, Bubba and I took a nice folding chair beside his backside. He tried to mess with us.
That's right, I remember seeing that. Well, folks, what a match we have in store for you here as the sun is setting in Eugene, Oregon, PK Park. Kicking things off in grand style, base brawl as the 90s Kid Murphy Madsen takes on Bambi Hall. I'm Brian Zane, joined here by Jonas Albert Robinson and Jeremy Blanchard, one half of the POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Oh, that sounds so good. So nice.
And guys, this is going to be a great opportunity for Murphy here. Of course, last time we saw her at POW Pro Wrestling, came out in a losing end in a triple threat match involving Amira and Kikyo. She hopes to get her wind back and her momentum back. Bambi Hall not endearing herself to the crowd here, Eugene, of course. Just before we started filming, the team whose jersey she's wearing, the Canadians, they defeated the Ems here at their home turf, guys.
They did. Yes, they did. Sad day today.
Madsen here going to try and cheer the crowd up tonight here in the shadow of Autzen Stadium. Bambi Hall.
Heroes reception.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Could be an exciting match here. These two, I think, good history against each other. They've wrestled each other a couple of times. Right now, I can see maybe all about mind games here. Who's going to get the crowd on their side first and the loudest?
I think it might be an easy one.
Folks, we are so excited here. We want to thank the Eugene Emeralds for allowing us their beautiful facility here at PK Park for this first ever event, Basebrawl. Hopefully not the last.
Definitely not the last, Brian Zane.
Turn out like this, no way it's the last. Didn't we?
Hundreds are in attendance here. Sticking around after the game, bell sounds. Now here, Murphy has put her gum away. That's the safe thing to do. You don't want to, risk swallowing your gum in the middle of a match.
No, you do not.
Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on a turnbuckle overnight?
I've never tried that. Wait a minute.
Good Canadian sportsmanship.
Are we doing Rochambeau?
I think she's turning into a handshake of some sort. Remember that school? Oh! Well, there's your handshake, courtesy of the 12-year veteran in Bambi Hall.
I think that was scissors beats paper.
More like rock beats paper, in my opinion. Murphy Madsen is a relative babe in the woods compared to Hall here. Hall, like I mentioned,
injury.
More than a decade of experience here, so she's definitely seen it all compared to young Murphy, guys.
Sluggo better not get involved.
I think Sluggo is only there for moral support, fellas. Right now you can see Madsen single leg takedown, and she's got possibly some kind of toe hold going, guys.
She didn't step on that other foot.
No, that's what you got to do.
Let Bambi being able to break free.
Absolutely, Bambi going for a turnbuckle move, misses it. Caught in a nice arm drag. Arm drag by Madsen. Going for it again, maybe.
Oh,
nice. Nice presence of mind by Madsen. Doesn't want to make any rookie mistakes here. Doesn't want to be too reckless. Oh.
She's going high risk, go quick. Pretty quick in the match to go high risk, but that's just me. It paid off.
The devil may care attitude of Madsen is infectious, and it's reflected in her wrestling style, fellas. Bambi trying to catch her breath here. Goes for a cross body, but Bambi deflects it.
Caught her like a fly ball.
Yep.
Absolutely. Oh! Out there, grounder to me, fellas.
Off comes the jersey.
That's right.
It's all business, baby.
Bambi now wants to assert her dominance and her will here in her POW Pro Wrestling debut. Guys, Bambi also has a sister, Liza Hall, who also wrestles, and it turns out they're actually second generation. Their mother was a wrestler as well.
That. I did not know she had a sister, though.
Yep, Liza Minnelli Hall, sister of Bambi Hall.
Is that her middle name?
Breakfast at Liza's.
Here we go now. Sluggo trying to cheer Murphy on here, giving.
I think Sluggo gave her a foreign object.
He just took a swipe at Bambi.
Yeah, I saw it.
I don't know about that, fellas.
Well, the Ems could have used him to cheat tonight, but he didn't.
Off the ropes.
Madsen
trying to go for a head scissors, but Bambi with a side slam, thinking better of it, 2 counts. Referee Benji Roberts on the call tonight.
That's a little slow count if you ask me.
I feel it's been pretty consistent so far.
Can you imagine having a job where your only qualification is to count to 3?
Referees do a lot more than that, Jeremy. You know that.
All right.
Madsen thrown face first into the turnbuckle, now into the next one. And right now, folks, her gum is staying on the turnbuckle. It is holding firm and true.
Is it really?
That's right. Oh, going back to the third turnbuckle now.
She's going to hit them all.
And Madsen,
going for the cycle?
In a bad way here, could be going for home plate. Going for all 4 bases, not so fast. No. Madsen cutting her off. Now's her chance to possibly take Bambi out of the equation here in this matchup. Hard looking right hands by the 90s kid. Oh!
That'll take the wind right out of you. Starch, too. You ever got the starch knocked out of you, Brian Zane?
Yes. It happened in your ring once. Right now.
That's right.
Bambi Hall is looking pretty strong here.
Sluggo's besides himself. Distraught even.
Well, yeah, he's looking for any way to cheat. Look at him. I guarantee he's got something stuck up underneath there.
You hold your tongue, fellas. Big snapmare, sending Madsen halfway across the ring. Madsen now looking a bit worse for wear here. You can see the pain etched on her face as Bambi puts her legs to use, putting the weight and the pressure on the neck.
Can't be good.
Bambi having experience as well in Shimmer. She had a tour of Japan. Oh!
Whoa!
Big body slam, driving Madsen to the mat. Go now, coming off the ropes, going for the leg drop.
Nobody home.
Did not connect. And Madsen now could have a big opportunity here. More right hands. The 90s kid.
Yeah. Sluggo's over there condoning all these close fists.
Benji is letting it go. Going off the ropes again. Is Madsen. Big clothesline.
Took her down.
Could be one of the first times I think Bambi's
back elbow.
taken off her feet. Nice drop kick. Just enough impact to send Bambi into the back corner.
Probably needed a little bit more to do a little more damage, but she still got enough.
Well, she weighs in at 17 gallons of Mountain Dew, she told me. I don't know what that equates to. She's going to have to put every ounce into effect. Nice ace crusher, rocking the jaw of Bambi.
Almost a whippersnapper.
You could say. Madsen now, what has she got up her sleeve here?
High risk.
Going
They proved me wrong the first time.
outside here. Oh! Bambi is having none of it.
Right between the eyes.
Look at this. Oh, nice creative pinfall through the ropes. Referee's gonna make the count. Oh, and I think Bambi grabbed
I think that was fair and
the
square.
waistband there.
That was fair and square, right? I didn't see nothing.
Tell you what, fellas, Bambi Hall.
Sluggo's 0 for 2.
He's beside himself. Crafty move by the veteran Bambi Hall. Big win in her debut match at POW Pro Wrestling.
Well, Bambi Hall says she is cute as a doe, but tough as a buck, and she certainly showed that in spades in her POW debut, mister. But I have to admit, even she got away with something there, kind of a fast one there, using the ropes to win the match. You know, but I will say a win is a win, so congratulations to Bambi Hall.
I do have a query for you, one commissioner, man in charge.
Sure.
In charge of the rulebook here, Brian Zane. Why was that humanoid, troglodyte, mop type creature, whatever he is?
Bubba Blanchard?
No, Sluggo.
Oh.
Did Sluggo have his manager's license? Did he have any kind of legal precedent to be outside ringside?
Well, I think Sluggo lives at the PK Park, more or less. Of course, he is the mascot for the Eugene Emeralds. He's just having some fun. The fans love him, and certainly it was nice for Murphy to have him at ringside. Not that he helped her in any way, but it was still nice for the fans to get a look at Sluggo there. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little more of him in the next few weeks here on these Basebrawl recaps.
Well, Sluggo better not make his stinky, besotted, sodden self present in my match with the Blanchards and the Hammer Brothers, or else I will check for his manager's license, his referee's license, his food handler's permit, his driver's license, and if he doesn't have all those qualifications, he's out of there, huh?
All right, well, we'll have to check for your passport soon, mister, because if you act out of line as the guest referee in this one, I've decreed you'll be out of POW entirely, so you can hop a plane back to France for all I care.
Well, I can put, if I go to France, I'll put Pierre de Blue on it, or Uncle Sal's Italian consigliere Gianni Fenellini, because he will not turn moi into a silent partner, huh?
All right, well, we are going to see what happens there, folks. Tag Team Championships on the line in this heated rematch. The feud between the Blanchards and the Hammers has gone on for months, and after what we saw in that Tag Team Championship Tournament Finals a couple of weeks ago, it's come to this, a rematch for the belts happening right now.
Hammer Brothers, you're on a little bit of a roll, except for when it counted the most. Okay, and that's where you fell a little short with the Blanchard brothers. Okay, because today we are standing here as the POW Pro Wrestling first and only tag team champions. It's gonna stay that way tonight. Tell them, big man.
Hammer Brothers! Basebrawl! Right here! Eugene Emeralds! They invited us down here because they wanted to see him beaten! They wanted to see somebody get crushed! And what is gonna happen is the Hammer Brothers are going out in the tool shed for the rest of their lives because the Blanchard Brothers are the hottest thing going today! Woo! Hammerheads! It's hammer time!
The Hammer Brothers, Jack and Sledge, looking to win the rematch and become POW Tag Team Champions. But they've got a big challenge ahead of them because you can never sleep on the Blanchard Brothers.
Tonight, we are going to demolish the Blanchards Brothers! And we will become your new POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions! Because we are the bulldozing, steam rolling, pile driving, pulverizing, blue collar brawlers, Jack and Sledge, the Hammer Brothers. And when you're a hammer, everybody looks like a man.
The Hammers have got the fans, the powder keg on their side tonight.
Introducing your current reigning, defending POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Jeremy and Bubba, the Blanchards
Well, folks, the Blanchard Brothers became the inaugural tag team champions, but you can't argue the fact that there was some controversy behind it. It was Vinny Massaro who actually filled in for Jeremy, invoking the Freebird rule. Jeremy, you can see the knee brace on his left knee, but he was still healthy enough to use that crutch and cost the Hammer Brothers their shot at becoming the inaugural champs, Jonas.
Man, look at them pigeon feathers all over the ring.
I remember, I thought it was the turkey feathers.
Oh, that's right, turkey feathers. You know, it was a modern medical miracle that Jeremy Blanchard could even muster the strength to be ringside for that match. You're trying to throw dirt on his name. That is our colleague, our broadcast partner, and you're disparaging him. It's
I'm calling it like I see it. Hey, I love Jeremy as a broadcast colleague, but you got to believe what they're doing on behalf of the Massaro family has been suspect at times. But I got to admit, the belts look good on him.
And see, look at that. Mr. Ooh La La confiscating that chain. They forgot they had, I'm sure. They unlocked their bikes earlier.
I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised that Mr. Ooh La La is being kind of fair and impartial there, taking the weapon away from the Blanchards. But of course, his job is on the line here. He's got to be fair. He's got to be impartial. Otherwise, he's getting the boot. And the Hammer Brothers with Sluggo at their side, getting that extra, perhaps, crowd advantage.
Look at that. That's the fanciest looking referee we've had here at POW.
Certainly.
Get some tips to the rest of these dudes.
Certainly one of the nicest referee shirts I've seen. It's the loudest for certain. Mister's making sure everyone is ready. And with a pinky extended, Mr. calls for the bell to be rung, and this POW Tag Team Championship match has begun. Starting things off now with, hang on, Bubba getting into it with one of the fans.
Blanchard making friends everywhere he goes.
Starting things off now with Jeremy from Memphis, Tennessee, taking on the big boy, Sledgehammer.
It's not often that you see Jeremy or Bubba at the size disadvantage.
Certainly, yeah, it's rare to see them get outweighed by anyone. But Sledge is no ordinary man. He is the oversized load of the Hammer brothers. Oh, not even going for a lockup as Jeremy. He is swinging for the fences here at PK Park. This fantastic event, Basebrawl, in the shadow of Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. As right now, some championship caliber action as the Blanchards defending. Jeremy going for an attack in the corner, and he gets none of it, Jonas.
Still got them hops from his old high school days.
One of the tallest jumps I've ever seen. But you can see here, maybe he's apparently re-aggravated that knee injury.
Not Sledge is in the corner.
Favoring the leg, wrapping his leg in the ropes now is Jeremy. This man, in fact, both of these men have won gold everywhere they go. Tag team wrestling, they are synonymous with here in the Pacific Northwest. So not unusual, not unlikely that they would have become the first ever POW Tag champs.
And that's right. That gives those tag team championships instant credibility. Now that they can say they were held by the best tag team in the Northwest of the modern era, the Blanchard brothers.
This, or perhaps any era, arguably. Like I said, controversy and underhanded tactics can often follow them wherever they go. Double B, double bad, Bubba Blanchard looking double tan, I must say. Here we go now, big lockup here, like two bulls. Oh my goodness. Hey, Bubba does not go down easily, and Sledge just threw him like he was nothing.
And he landed high on his shoulders.
This crowd here at PK Park, named after former Oregon Athletic Director Pat Kilkenny.
Kilkenny? That bastard.
And right now, of course, this is home to the Eugene Emeralds and the Oregon Ducks baseball team. I want to thank them for their hospitality, welcoming us here for this inaugural event. Certainly will not be the last.
I will tolerate the Eugene Emeralds because they are a farm team for which team, Brian Zane?
The Giants, is
That's
that right?
My San Francisco Giants.
Here we go now. Bubba trying to maybe do a test of strength or some kind of some Greco-Roman style. One can't discount the abilities of Bubba Blanchard in that ring.
Oh, no.
Oh, now Bubba, oh my God.
Oh, gosh.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's hurting me.
Wow, okay. I think Bubba's gonna need a breather after that, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a breather and a bag of ice.
Sluggo reveling in Bubba's abject pain. And so is this crowd, many of whom have never seen live wrestling before, and they're getting both barrels of it here with POW Pro Wrestling.
Now, is Mr. counting in English or French?
I'm not sure, but you have to admit I'm kind of surprised at the even-handedness with which Mr. is officiating here. He's not acting out of the ordinary, I would say, for a first time or a rare time referee. I don't know if this is his first attempt. Now, I don't know if he restarted the count or not.
Somebody hit the slow-mo on the remote. What's going on?
He's counting in French. He's at 3 now, I believe. Okay, now this is it's a little ridiculous. I think he's slowing down a bit, don't you think?
Hey, he's doing the best he can. Mr. happens to have a bum shoulder from the various attacks of Funny Bone and the like.
Truly, Mr. has suffered for his art.
You want him? I want Jack!
He wants Jack. Bubba says he wants the Iron Worker. The fans say they want it. Sluggo certainly wants it.
Oh, well, if Sluggo wants it.
And now, wait a minute, Mr. says that wasn't a fair tag. Now, okay, that's a bit ticky-tack, I would say, for a call, don't you think? Contact was made.
You got to slap hands. That's in the...
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Sluggo does not have his wrestling license, despite what this crowd may think.
I'm not sure he has his manager's license, but, you know, he's has free reign here at PK Park as far as I know.
I'm not sure if he has his shots.
Perennial fan favorite here. The people here love them some Sluggo. Well, Bubba Blanchard bringing Jack into the ring, and in comes Jeremy.
Are these the two older brothers? Which one's older between the Hammers?
You know, I believe that Jack is the older brother. I think only by, well, I don't know if they're twins.
The older brother, but not the bigger brother.
Certainly not. Big in heart, though. Right now getting the life squeezed out of him by Jeremy. Now, mister, come on. You can count a bit faster. That's blatant choking. I'd like to see him. I hope that he is this lenient with the counts if the shoe's on the other foot, if you get what I'm saying. Oh!
Big European uppercut by Jeremy. He does him better than anybody in the Northwest.
Well, mister considers himself a European. Maybe he taught him that. Big body slam by the veteran. Oh!
Oh, I got him.
Oh, right in the back of the ribs.
Yeah.
Possibly the kidney area. It was last year when the Hammer brothers first debuted in POW Pro Wrestling. And boy, they have certainly skyrocketed as one of the most popular teams on the West Coast in that short time. Two-time POWY Award winners.
That's right, Tag Team of the Year and I believe most popular.
That's right. Sadly, Vinny Massaro was not up for the running.
Well, I say I'm a shoo-in for most popular this year.
And now look at this, the blatant choking. But Mr. Ooh La La, none the wiser, the special guest referee, he sees absolutely none of this, and Jack is suffering as a result.
Well, that's Sledge's temper getting the better of him, and his brother's paying the price.
And here we see now, look at this. Mister is counting once again, making sure that Jeremy breaks up the illegal choking. POW Tag Team Championships on the line. The Blanchards in their first defense with these beautiful new championship belts. Oh my gosh. A big chop. Looks like
man.
Now Bubba Blanchard has a high tolerance for pain, but even that had to sting.
There we go.
But Bubba now, those body shots coming back.
Oh my gosh, did you see his neck whiplash back?
Hurdle chest first into the corner, and boy, his body just went 8 different directions.
It's like watching a crash test dummy.
He is no dummy. He is very tough. But right now, both men are in a bad position. Jack trying to reach out for that tag, but could not get it. Bubba sitting on top of his lower back and really cranking that neck back, Jonas.
That's right, time to make that hammer humble.
Look at this. You got Jeremy now. Well, wait a minute, what is this?
A little bit of twin magic.
There was no twin magic. Are you kidding me? He is choking the life out of Jack, and Mister sees absolutely none of this.
If Sledge would just stop trying to get in the ring, and the referee would see what's going on.
Mister, you gotta turn around. Unbelievable. And now Mister, I don't know if he needs to get his prescription checked, because that is not the same man who was in the ring last he checked. The Blanchards now having their way with Jack, who is grasping with every fiber of his being in the ropes. Now wait a minute, Jeremy just got the chain out. I thought that Mister grabbed the chain. Did he get it back from Mister? What is going on? Complete chaos here in this match for the tag titles. Tell you what, the Blanchards are throwing everything they have at this kid, throwing everything but the kitchen sink, maybe. Oh! And Jeremy, once again, chain utilized in that clothesline. I tell you what, I think Jack is hurt.
Look at him desperately crawling, trying to get to his brother.
Oh, once again, Bubba now. Oh, look at this, digging the eyes, the fingers into the eyes, the flesh of Jack. Where will the madness end?
Crowd's telling Sledge he's a cheater. I agree.
Now, wait a minute. Sledge is not even the legal man.
Yeah, that's it. He keeps trying to get in the ring. That's cheating, Brian Zane. I know the rules.
Whoa!
Oh, my gosh.
Jack had to dig down deep
Almost put a crater in the ring.
to pick Bubba up like that, sending him crashing down to the mat. And now, Jack could see a sign of life here. Fighting to his feet now, and look at this jawbreaker. Bubba goes down, and he could be out. Jack is going to climb over Bubba, but he can't do it. Bubba,
Oh, whoa.
look at that. That's a tag. That is a legal tag. Mister, I don't care what you say. Those fists count as a tag. Mister, I think he was intimidated into allowing it.
Yeah, wouldn't you be? I mean, not me, but
I would
you.
certainly hope so. When you've got a man
No
who's
way.
about a quarter the size of a car
Oh,
staring
gosh.
you down, you better respond.
Oh, no, Bubba.
Look out. Oh, no. Flattening Bubba in the corner. Has Sledgehammer. Tell you what. The Hammer Brothers hope to have a big payload. Wait a minute, mister, what are you doing? You're holding. Oh, no.
Oh.
Our official, Mr. Ooh La La, has just been laid out. Folks, we do not have an official here. We have no referee in this POW Tag Team Championship match. And he is he is motionless, Jonas. Look at this.
Oh, someone's got to do something.
Wait a minute.
He's trying to revive him.
The fans want Sluggo. Jeremy and Jack now fighting on the outside. Bubba and Sledge in the middle. Mr. Ooh La La is a
Oh, no,
pile in
Sledge
the
is
ring.
out cold.
Wait a minute. Oh, no.
Sledge is out cold. He just collapsed on Bubba.
Bubba hit him with a chain, but that totally backfired. Timber down onto him.
It's like the Wizard of Oz. What's this idiot doing?
Wait a minute, Sluggo. What are you doing? Sluggo now in the ring. And wait a minute, Sluggo just counted to 3.
What? What is going on?
Wait a minute. Now wait a minute. The Hammer Brothers are declared the winners, but I think Sluggo just pulled a fast one on the Blanchards and the Massaro family.
I don't know what just happened here.
That shoulder, I don't believe, was down, but referee was out. Mr. Ooh La La didn't see it technically. Sluggo counting the 3. Mr. is the official. His 3 count is binding.
This crooked, creepy mascot got involved. This is the PK Park heist.
I tell you what, sweet revenge for Jack and Sledge as they wrest the POW Tag Team Championships from Jeremy and Bubba. The inaugural champions with the belts no more. We're going to have to restore some order here. You better believe that the Massaro family is not going to be happy about this because there was definitely some controversy once again.
Highway robbery. Listen to these idiot fans.
Folks, you never know what to expect with POW Pro Wrestling. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. This has been Basebrawl. Well, certainly a conclusion to that tag championship match I don't think anyone could have seen coming, much less Mr. Ooh La La, who, of course, as you can see, is absent here in the Regret HQ. But be that as it may, right now we have got new tag team champions in the form of the Hammer Brothers. That was certainly a controversial ending. Sluggo using Mr. Ooh La La's prone unconscious body to make that count.
and obviously you can tell the Massaro family is none too happy about this turn of events, but we'll have to see what they say in response in the next couple of weeks here on POW Pro Wrestling. Well, folks, next week's action, if you liked what you saw here on Basebrawl Week 1, get a load of what we have for you next week. Marcus Eriks, the friend of Funny Bone, the man who helped Funny Bone retain his championship a couple of weeks ago, he's making his POW debut against Dr. Cleaver. Then in our main event, it's a Basebrawl Scramble, a 6-man matchup between some of the best and brightest in POW Pro Wrestling with huge implications for the Rumble to Regret for the winner. That's all happening next week, folks. For, well, Mr. Ooh La La, when he eventually comes back here, I'm Brian Zane, and we'll see you next time.